You are listening to Christian Audio's production of Resolving Everyday Conflict by Ken Sande and Kevin Johnson. This book is read by Maurice. This audio recording was produced in 2011 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition issued by contractual arrangement with Baker Books. Originally published by Baker Books in English as Resolving Everyday Conflict, copyright 2011, Peacemaker Ministries. All rights reserved. Please visit ChristianAudio.com, Facebook.com/Christian Audio, or Twitter.com/Christian Audio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Introduction. Welcome. Since you picked up this book, there's a good chance you're experiencing some conflict in your life. Welcome to the club. Conflict is a normal part of life. As long as you live around other people, you're going to find your opinions and actions bumping up against someone else's. Sometimes you'll be able to simply back off and go your own way. But you have probably discovered that sometimes walking away doesn't work. Many relationships are too important to walk away from. Some issues are too big to give into, and some people just won't let go until they get everything they want. Add a variety of intense emotions to the mix, and conflict can get very messy and painful. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you keep reading this book, you'll discover that conflict doesn't have to be painful or destructive. As you learn God's way of resolving conflict, you can approach conflict as an opportunity to make relationships closer and stronger, to find solutions that are fair for everyone, and best of all, to please and honor God. Please and honor God? I'll bet that isn't the first thing you think of when conflict strikes. Well, it wasn't for me either. For the first 25 years of my life, my chief goal in conflict was to please and honor myself and get what I wanted. God was not in the picture. As a result, when I encountered conflict, I either walked over others or simply gave up on difficult relationships. But while I was working as an engineer in the medical field, Jesus came into my life in a personal and powerful way. He began to change me in ways that turned my priorities upside down. He also gave me new insights and skills for dealing with difficult people. As a result, I became a more productive employee and was promoted. My friends told me I was a lot easier to be around. God continued to transform me into a peacemaker during law school and my early days as an attorney. In one conflict after another, some of which had been tied up in court for years, God was working through me to bring peace in seemingly impossible situations. I found peacemaking to be so rewarding that I became a full-time Christian conciliator in 1982. Since then, I've been privileged to see how God's peacemaking principles can be used to stop divorces, rebuild marriages, restore friendships, reunite churches, settle lawsuits, and even bring peace between warring tribes in Africa and Asia. Seriously, if you want to learn how to apply these principles in your life, keep reading this book. If you take these concepts seriously, your marriage, friendships, and job will never be the same. Instead of running away from conflict or being the one who always seems to make it worse, you can become the person others count on to bring understanding, justice, and reconciliation. If you find the principles in this book helpful and want to dig deeper on specific peacemaking issues, read my book, The Peacemaker, A Biblical Guide to Resolving Personal Conflict, which has been translated into 11 languages and is being used around the world to teach Christians how to resolve conflict. For more information on Peacemaker Ministries resources, testimonies, training, or services, visit www.peacemaker.net. May God transform you more and more into a peacemaker and use you to bring peace into the lives of those around you.